sports cards, Pokemon cards, memorabilia, and pretty much everything else collectible. I like to say we buy, sell, trade, and grade at our shop. So if you want to buy something, if you want to sell something, make some cash, you want to trade in some stuff, or you can even grade as we grade with PSA, SGC, and CGC. We host weekly breaks with personal and group breaks. Just find us at Mealy Pops Breaks on all the social media platforms. Whether it be a massive Skeens RPA or a Carlos Alcaraz Superfractor, we pulled some amazing hits. We're located right off of 39th Avenue, off I-75, behind Sonny's and Walgreens. Whether you're 6 or 86, come on out to our shop. Open Wednesday through Sunday, and you can also access our website, mealypops.com, for all of your collectible needs. Go Gators, can't wait to see you at Mealy Pops. We're located right off of 39th Avenue, off I-75, behind Sonny's and Walgreens. mealypops.com. Come on out to our shop.
There's a ton of things I love doing. That's why I have so many fun jobs and why I try so hard to make it to the kids' concerts, recitals, and games. But with everything that's going on, it doesn't leave me much time to take care of the chores at home. And since I hate chores, especially cleaning, I let the experts handle that one for me. Each week, a fully trained team from Molly Maid dusts, vacuum, wipes, cleans, whatever I need them to do in the house, leaving me more time to do the things I enjoy. Molly Maid is fully insured and is ready to do your dirty work for you as well. Call them up at 378-7755 or check them out online at mollymaid.com. They're made for this.
This program is paid for by Talking Reds, LLC.
The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley is on the air.
Let's do it. It's go time.
You can be part of the show by calling 392-TALK. That's 392-8255.
You know, if I'm saying something to you, I don't say to you, I'm going to say something to you and then say it. I just say it.
Or hit the guys up on social media by tweeting to @JeffCardozoUF and @Pat_Dooley. The grill is hot and the beverages are ice cold. It's time to tailgate. Here are Jeff and Pat.
You are looking live at our studios here at Gainesville, Florida, as we're ready for Florida versus Auburn, whoever. This is a tailgate with Pat Dooley and Jeff Cardozo. I am Brett Musburger, and we're going to enjoy this game today. Let me ask you, Gary, what do you think is going to happen today?
You know about me? You know I'm Gary? I don't want to be Gary.
Okay, you're Gary Danielson.
I know, but I don't want to be him.
Okay.
Nobody likes him.
Can you be Mike Gottfried, who had a stroke, and so he had to get off the air? Do you want to be Kirk Herbstreit?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you see for this game between Florida and Long Island?
A win? Spam. Wasn't anybody cool, or else I would have.
Sorry, I should have turned my phone off.
That's all right. Welcome. It is Sonic Sound Off Monday. The weekend that was not anything exciting.
Nothing has been exciting for a long time around here because, and again, I think a lot of it I'm blaming baseball for this because baseball usually goes further and where you have stuff to talk about for a long time. But this year we don't have that, and we're going to take next week off and enjoy it. And but yeah, I mean, we're ready for football season to start. There's no doubt about it. And
they will start officially on the 30th. But the news today that I think everybody is freaking out about is DJ Lagway is in a boot walking around. The paparazzi has gotten him. So nothing major, though. Something very minor, maybe a little ankle action going on.
I got to tell you, I was at the Spurrier Tony Barnhart party on Saturday night. I was one of the few people that got invited, and I appreciate that. We had a great time. But as we're walking out, I run into somebody who says, "Hey, I hear Lagway's torn his calf muscle." And I'm like, "What? What?" So again, that was somebody taking something, seeing a guy in a boot, taking it to an extreme. But who knows what's going on there? Hopefully he's going to be okay, but I don't know what happened. I mean, you would think you would in the off season you wouldn't get that kind of injury, but you never know. I mean, we've seen guys blow out their ACLs during the off season.
Sure.
But hopefully he's going to be all right. But boy, that's the last thing they need.
Of course. They get a lot of good people.
I was going to ask you today, who would be the second worst injury?
For the Gators?
Yeah.
One of the D linemen.
I would go with Jake Slaughter. If he's out, if he tore
that's obviously
something and was
big.
out for the year.
All-American.
Yeah.
Yeah, either any
But
of the
no,
guys
you're
on the line.
Tyreek Sapp or Caleb
Banks.
I mean, they've got to stay healthy through this. And, again, if they're starting on Wednesday with practice, apparently the media gets to watch practice too.
Yeah, a little bit of it.
I guarantee. Well, no,
It's all of it?
they're putting you in the press box.
Okay.
You can't report on it. You can watch it.
And steal your phone?
I don't know.
Say,
But that'll be the fun thing is if we'll see the Harrison Bailey era begin. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But it's funny that I heard that on Saturday, and then on today it comes out.
yeah, and somebody said it was an ankle the other day that was being reported. So, I mean, nobody exactly knows. But he was fine for SEC Media Days, right? Walking around, talking positive. Everything was going good. So,
Well, I think DJ is kind of like AR in that he is a unicorn physically. And sometimes when you're a unicorn physically, it's more likely to get hurt because you've got muscles that are different than most people, or muscles that are stronger than most people. So and I've seen this happen with other guys.
you're saying that's why I was hurt a lot?
No, that had nothing to do with you because your shoulder was not elite physically.
Okay.
But, yeah, you were hurt a lot.
Just shoulder.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about guys who hurt their legs because I think when you get those kind of injuries, you don't know if they're going to be able to respond to it. And, look, let me tell you what. I am going to be on a million radio shows. I'm waiting for it over the next week. People going, so now what are they going to do without DJ Lagway? And I'm going to go, I don't know. He's going to be all right. He's going to hopefully he comes back. I've been telling people all summer, DJ Lagway is fine. He's healthy. Now I can't say that anymore. He's hurt, but hopefully he'll be back. And look, he doesn't have to be 100% for Long Island. Or as I like to say, Long Island.
And if it's a calf, then there are obviously some very good athletic trainers and team docs over there that are going to. I mean, there's a cryogenic chamber at the facility over there. Go get them toxins out and be ready to go.
Well, that's what the big difference is going to be, whether it's a pull or a tear. And I don't know that it's a tear, but if it is, then he's not going to be able to come back quickly. Hopefully it's not. It'd be nice if you had that kind of information that people would give you.
This is why you don't run. Running sucks.
One reason I don't run. The other would be that I have 2 artificial knees.
No, I'm just saying in general. But a lot of people do love to run. I had to run so much.
But you have to run if you're going to be a football player.
I understand.
You had to run, so you're complaining about running as a pitcher?
We had to run a lot.
Did it help
Do you have to run as a pitcher?
Did it help you?
On the mound?
Did it help you?
It makes you last longer. It probably helped me in the few complete games that I threw.
I'm just saying, how far do you have to run? Maybe 8 feet to throw the ball to first?
Yeah. So the running is more for conditioning. So you're running poles.
Exactly. I get that.
So to make you last longer. That's what she said.
But you had to run a lot. And,
yes,
and Andy was a big on that. I know that.
Yeah, conditioning was a big part of things, running. And
I've run into a bunch of coaches that feel that way too, that look, we're going to find out what you can do. Running, different conditioning drills. And obviously Todd Golden's one of those guys who we had on the show Thursday. He's one of those guys who believes in a program with like guys carrying these big, what do you call them? I don't even know what you call them. They're the big things where you put your arm around them.
The Merce that you like to use when
No,
you go out in public?
I'm talking about when they have to carry the black
weight vest?
it's not a weight. No, they run with it. All 10 of them will run with this one rope. It's a rope, but it's not really a rope. It's kind of a black rope, so it's heavier. You ever seen that?
No
You've
idea what
Never
you're
seen that on the internet.
I'm not a big internet guy.
Non-Gator fan.
All right. Well, since we were talking about Gator coaches, how about J.C. Deacon? He had a good weekend last weekend. He's got a good weekend this weekend. For those that don't know, Kurt Kitayama won the 3M Open yesterday, and Kitayama played for J.C. Deacon at UNLV.
Yep, he did.
So kind of a cool little thing. That's his second victory. And I watched the golf towards the end.
I did, yeah.
Painting kitchen cabinets. So it was good, and it was kind of cool. They actually even mentioned it on the broadcast. Jim Nance said J.C. Deacon's name, which was kind of cool. So Gator coach getting some love. So he wins the Florida Open last week, and he's got a dude that wins. I don't think he hasn't had a Gator guy win a PGA Tour event yet.
I don't think so. He might have won a Corn Ferry tournament, but no, I don't think he has. So hey, look, it's just fun that we have guys out there that we can root for other than Billy Horschel. I love Billy Horschel, you know that, more than anybody. He's my favorite golfer out there. But it's not just Billy Horschel out there anymore, and that's good to see. So we'll hopefully keep it going. So, hey, look, Florida golf used to be fun in the olden days, and you have Bob Murphy trying to win a champ. I remember Bob Murphy in the Westchester Classic. He got to the last hole and he lost by a stroke, and Doug Sanders missed a 1-foot putt on the last hole of the British Open. And you had Andy Bean, you had Gary Koch, you had all these great players, and they were winning tournaments, and they are being in contention. And for the last few years, I mean, it's been basically Billy and nobody. And now we're getting, whether it's Ricky Castillo, whether it's eventually it'll be Matthew Kress and guys like that. So there's a lot of guys out there now that are Alejandro Tosti, who is doing really well. It's fun to have guys to root for that are Gators, because I'm sick of seeing Georgia guys up there all the time.
There's a lot of Georgia guys.
And then the guy that won the frickin' USAM was going to Georgia. That made me sick too.
And last year's NCAA champ, who was actually in the 3M Open this past weekend, went to Ole Miss. So a lot of SEC guys in there. And speaking of golf,
it should be, because the South is where you
play golf. Speaking of golf, did you happen to tune in to the newest golf movie over the weekend?
I did not, because
what?
Somebody I played with on Saturday said they had watched it and they said it was the worst movie they'd ever seen.
Well, then that person, hopefully they're not listening, is a moron.
I didn't.
There's a lot I was wanted to talk to you about today.
I didn't get good reviews, but I'll watch it tonight. How about that?
So now I can't even talk about it today.
Well, I mean, I
promise.
know everybody that's in it. I know that all.
You promise you're going to watch?
Yes, I know all the cameos, Scheffler and all that. Scheffler apparently was a big winner and blah blah blah.
No, there's some guys that did great.
I just heard it wasn't.
The movie was a little at the end was a little hoaxy, but
nobody can ever end a movie correctly. That's my theory in life.
But look at the way the first movie ended.
That was okay. I like that.
Then this is sort of similar. Look at the way Caddyshack ended.
But my point is, as we're on our, fourth Fantastic Four movie?
I haven't seen any of those. So
okay, I was watching one today, so that's why I know. I'd forgotten that Miles Teller was in one of them. But I did like the first Fantastic Four movie. Now it's like the fourth one. How many? I was trying to ask Karen, how many Supermans have there been? Chris Reeves, the guy I can't remember his name. Henry Cazavel, British guy that talks English. He was Superman. There was a couple other guys. Anyway, and then how many Batmans we had?
Yeah, been a lot.
Well, let's stick with one.
But this is totally different.
No, it's not different. It's the same story. It's just redone in it with a different writer. That's all it is.
What do you mean? I'm talking about Happy Gilmore too.
It's the same story, right?
But it's different than having different people portray Superman or Batman.
No, but it's still,
this is the next in a storyline of continuing that person's life.
Why can't people in Hollywood just come up with
new
ideas?
This is different. This is
it's not
30 years later and trying to say what's going on with his life. I'm sure I want to know what happened to after he finished up the Triple Lindy. I want to know what Rodney Dangerfield did. Or at least did the kid get married to the
So you want to know
I want to know people's lives later in movies.
To Kevin Costner after Field of Dreams.
Yeah. Did he ever get out into the corn?
But most people let it go at the end of a good
James Earl
movie.
Jones write about it? He was supposed to write about it.
I'm just saying most people let it go at the end of a movie. They go, okay, this was a great movie.
I don't agree.
We loved it. And then, but now you're 5 deep into Batman. 5 deep into
Pat,
Batman.
That's totally different.
Who are the 5 Batmans?
I don't care.
I know, but
But that's totally different. That's the same story with different people. This is the story of a continuation from something that we all loved 30 years ago.
I didn't love it that much as you did. But I will say this. I'm going to watch it tonight because I've gotten a lot of bad reviews. And I'll watch it, and I'll give you my judgment tomorrow. Okay.
All right. If you want to call in and tell Pat he's dumb for not watching it, you're more than welcome to do so, or his early comments. You can also, of course, tune into our YouTube channel. All you got to do is search ESPN Gainesville, home of the Gators. You can leave us comments. We'll chat about those throughout the show. Again, ESPN Gainesville, home of the Gators on YouTube. It is absolutely free. We'll take a break, open up our phone lines as well. Maya is here like she is on every Sonic Sound Off Monday. 392-8255. That's the line to get with us here on the Tailgate.
Cloaked in orange and blue and fortified on the campus of the University of Florida. You are listening to ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF.
Sonic Radio. I'm your host, the CIO, and I just found the sound effects machine. Just in time because the new Junior Chicken sandwiches at Sonic are only $1.99 each. It's perfectly seasoned, crispy chicken that comes in original or honey chipotle. No. Already did that one. Save that one for later. That's a soft no.
Find Junior Chicken sandwiches on the Sonic Fun 99 menu. Live free, eat Sonic. Tax not included. See menu for details.
When the unexpected happens, you need a legal team that's ready to fight for you, just like the Florida Gators. At Meldon Law, we're proud to partner with the Florida Gators to deliver winning results for those who have been injured at no fault of their own. With a strong record of success and a team that won't back down, Meldon Law is your trusted partner in tough times. Call Meldon Law at 352-373-8000 or visit us at meldonlaw.com.
You see the more than 70 bright green trucks all over town making sure our neighborhoods go from cluttered to clean. But what you may not know is there are more than 130 employees at GFL whose hard work and dedication deliver quality services to each and every one of you throughout the year. Rain or shine, regardless of the elements, GFL employees pride themselves on knowing what they do is crucial in our community, and they are looking to add fine folks to their ever-growing team. So if you want to be a part of the 4th largest provider of environmental solutions in North America, look into joining the Green Team here in Gainesville by checking out the career section at gflenv.com. Country fried sirloin, herb-crusted chicken, chicken critters, pulled pork, pork chops, sirloin steak. Do I have you salivating yet? Well, those are just a few of the things you can scarf down on the early dine menu at Texas Roadhouse. And best of all of that, only $12.99. It happens every Monday through Thursday from 3 to 5, so grab some grub and then head home and listen to the tailgate all the way until 6. And even though that's early dine, the staff of the Texas Roadhouse will wine and dine you 7 days a week with a menu made for many. Texas-size combos, succulent steaks, and burgers that are as big as Gator Sports are just the start. And speaking of starting, their fresh baked bread with honey cinnamon butter is waiting. So what are you waiting for? Get over to the Texas Roadhouse and wash it all down with some beer, wine, or the coolest cocktails around. AJ and the crew are ready for you. It's just west of the interstate off of the Archer Road exit, so hit the road for the Roadhouse. Your taste buds will thank you. I'm a man. I'm 40. And even though Pat is about double that, and we don't agree on lots of things, we both can appreciate the impact of something special on the Gainesville community. For more than 40 years now, Quality Plumbing has been proudly supporting countless local organizations and, of course, the Florida Gators year in and year out. And by the way, they're pretty good at plumbing too, setting the standard in the industry with reliable service and the results you can count on. So when your next plumbing problem pops up, don't stress. It's never a problem to pick up the phone and call Quality Plumbing 24/7, day or night. Quality Plumbing, where service, trust, and community come together. License number CFC 043073. Well, we know it is crazy hot outside, so Oaks Jewelry said, let's bring everybody inside and have a sizzling summer sale. They've been bringing you the bling for more than 40 years. Yes, that's 4 decades of sparkle, sass, and some seriously good deals. Right now, get 20% off all color stone jewelry, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, basically all the fancy stuff that makes your friends say, ooh, where'd you get that? They've got diamond earrings and pendants, 20% off. Diamond fashion rings, also 20% off, because who says you can't treat yourself and still afford the groceries? You need a reason to be fashionably on time? You can get 30% off all Citizen watches. They're solar powered, so you'll always be on time, at least in theory. And hey, why wait? Lay away now for the holidays, because nothing says I've got my life together like Christmas shopping in July. It's the Oaks Jewelry Sizzling Summer Sale, celebrating 40 plus years of sparkle, style, and saving you some serious cash.
From athlete activism to athletic achievements, we have you covered. Your home for every important sports story. ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, the home of the Florida Gators.
This is Coach Steve Spurrier, and you're listening to The Tailgate with Jeff Cardoza and Pat Dooley, right here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, and anywhere in the world on WRUF radio app.
I got to tell you, Jeff, what a great day I had on Saturday. First of all, played in the Kira Grace Foundation tournament. Did not win. We did not have you, because you were busy doing your thing, which was...
Yeah, Heat Hard Head.
Yep.
Patrick Young was good. Good event.
But if we'd had you, I think we might have won.
Probably.
But we couldn't get irons close today. We were in good shape on everything.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's usually how you score.
I know. But a great tournament. And then that night, went to Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, and they had a big celebration for Tony Barnhart, who is retiring after 50 years as a sports writer. And it was partly that and partly Jerry's birthday, too. Jerry Spurrier's birthday. So we had a good time there. It was great to see Danny, great to see Chris. Chris and Shane we see all the time, but Danny especially coming down for that was great. And it was really fun to see all those guys. And they announced that they're going to have a Sports Writers Hall of Fame. So you ready? I don't know. You fall in. You can
sneak in.
You've written some stuff, so you need to put that out there and say, hey, look at these stories I've written.
I'm good. Mine's more
Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You would be in my Broadcasters Hall of Fame. I'll tell you that. You, Mick, Otis. That may be the list right now.
Cool.
Hey, look, I'm not going to put Sean Kelly in there. He's been doing it for 3 years. So,
well, hopefully you can get your first
I don't.
Hall of Fame.
My goal is that they decide to ignore me, and that would be perfect. Because my goal is never to be a member of a club that would have me as a member, as Groucho Marx said. So.
Yep, there you go. All right, everybody's freaking out about the calf strain, of course, of DJ, and I don't know if there's any reason to sit here and
they should be
speculate or do all this.
It is your whole
you don't want him to be hurt, of course. But I mean, even if it's as reported a mild calf strain, I mean that's probably as minimal as a few days to a couple of weeks.
Well, but here's what the national narrative is going to be. Just let you know.
Can't stay healthy?
He can't stay healthy, A. B, he has not been able to get any work in with his teammates because he missed all the spring, didn't throw in the spring. Now he's not going to be able to throw early in the fall. This is a disaster waiting to happen. I agree with you, Jeff. I don't see that as being as big a deal. If it's just a strain and he's able to come back from it, he'll be fine. It'll be fine. But maybe it's one of those things that lingers. We never know. You never know with any injury, as you know, having had a shoulder injury.
Play through it.
You did play through it.
I know.
So
and I was fine.
Well, but
suck it up.
So you're saying you're tougher than DJ Lagway?
No,
that's what you said.
No,
just
he's
now.
probably going to play.
Yeah,
through it. I mean,
but you were.
If I was DJ Lagway, I'd play through it.
You were a tough guy.
Yes, I did not let anything bring you down. You go till
Don't
you
bring
can't.
me down,
Bruce.
But
you go till you can't go anymore.
No. My favorite moment in all my years of covering the Gators was after that game, and I got done writing, and I was trying to find a restaurant or bar that I could go to, and I ran into you, and we started talking. That's when our relationship started, kind of that day.
In Waco?
Yeah, in Waco. And then I went to a bar and all the players were in there, and Jason Dill was playing this bass fishing game, big dip in his mouth. I'm like, okay.
And then he became like a fisher boat captain.
Yeah, he did.
So pretty crazy stuff. All right, back to our Titan MRI and imaging hotline. Let's get John to join us next. Hey, John, what's up?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Jeff and Pat. I tell you, I disagree with you, Pat. Any injury is a big injury. I've never seen more players, pro and college, getting more leg injuries and foot injuries in my life than I have this past year or two. It's getting ridiculous. I mean, lower calf injury things and hamstring injuries and Achilles tendons. I mean, it just goes on and on. I never seen anything like it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're not eating properly, not getting trained properly, or what. But I don't like it. I don't like what I see, I tell you. And I meant to ask you the other day.
But listen, John, there's a lot of runners out there, and part of my, I guess you could call it my real job, is dealing with orthopedic stuff and knowing doctors and what they do and how you go about it and all this other stuff. Like, there are a lot of, like, strained calves when it comes to running. So it happens all the time, and people are back within a week or two. So if that's what it is, then I don't think that there's any reason to freak out.
I've got one right now. My right calf.
Luckily, you're not having to go out there and compete.
I could, though.
I bet you would.
I'm freaking out because I never seen anything like it. I mean, you never heard about this 30, 40 years ago when Bear Bryant and Nick Saban.
Yeah, you didn't hear about it because they kept it quiet.
Yeah, because there was no social media and there was no reporting on it.
I didn't hear about it. I don't like it, I tell you. And I meant to ask you the other day when you was at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill and Cafe, does he have a walk of fame going to the cafe where people, big-time coaches and football players leave their footprints going in there?
He does. They have a thing out front that in front of the restaurant where they have some guys that are being honored. It's not a big deal, though, I will tell you that.
But there are no footprints in the
no
the ground.
Footprints. I think Danny and people like that are in there. But now they're going to do this thing where they're going to honor sports writers. That's the biggest thing. I mean, you know that. Yeah.
You ought to be on there for sure.
No, I don't care. I don't want to be on it. I want other people to be on it because I have a great admiration for anybody who's been a sports writer. But I will say this, all of us who covered Steve Spurrier are privileged to have covered him, and we've had a great time covering him. And I can drop 3 bombs on you that he said during that meeting Saturday night. He was hilarious.
I heard an interesting piece of news last week about Hugh Freeze when he was at Mississippi, University of Mississippi. He's putting a new book out. I don't guess O.J. can sue him. It has the same title. When he had all those alleged calls about the hookers and stuff, has a new book he's having out. I hope to be a bestseller if I did it. I think that'd be an interesting read there, I tell you. Anyhow, thanks for taking my call.
Thanks, John.
Was he making a joke?
I don't know.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
He laughs.
If I did it was the O.J. book.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's admitted to doing it. To making those calls to prostitutes. So, and he actually spoke to the quarterback club like 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was, Jeff. And he said, "Hey, look, I made a mistake. And his wife was there." And he was like, I've had to, you know how hard it is to tell your wife about this and blah, blah, blah. Came off pretty good that night. And we'll see if he's able to avoid getting fired at Auburn, which most people end up getting happen.
And we will at some point talk today. I don't think my team would be Auburn, but we do want to talk about maybe a surprise team for each of us, other than the Gators. You're not allowed to pick the Gators. That'll give you maybe some chances to go out there and fly to Vegas for the weekend. And
yes, absolutely.
Throw in a little futures bet and see what happens. And if we're wrong, then blame Pat.
No, only blame me if it's my team.
That's what I mean.
But what if it's your team?
Then you can blame me.
Okay. I think I know where your team's going to be already.
You want to bet on it?
No, I don't. I'm not betting you anything.
Yeah,
I
you
owe
always
you
lose.
4,800 beers.
You owe me 36 plus 18.
I don't think that's true.
What is that, 54?
54.
Yes, that's how much you owe me. All right, we got a little over 54 minutes plus another 20 or so that are open for you to call. 392-8255. We'll take a break, come back with more of your phone calls here on the Tailgate.
If it's happening with the Gator Nation, hear it here first. ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF.
Hey, it's Adam with Adam's Rib Company. 20 years ago, my wife Michelle and I sought out to offer the best barbecue at a fair price to you, our loyal customers. We feel like we've been doing that. And to continue the great brand that we started many years ago, we've expanded to offer our new mobile kitchen, the Little Rib. Give us a check out on Facebook to see where you can find it at next. In addition, we can provide any barbecue catering needs. Dine in with us at our main location or give us a call at 352-373-8882 or visit us online at adamsribco.com.
So many of us have been looking for Waldo ever since we were kids, and when we finally found that red and white sweater, we were ecstatic. So many of us now are looking for a great deal on a vehicle, and guess what? When you find Waldo this time, you'll find a used car lot full of deals. Right Price Auto is right in the heart of Waldo, and they've got pretty much anything you'll be looking for in a used vehicle. Cars, trucks, SUVs, and even RVs. And you'll get the lowest fees, a lot less than those big dealers around. In business for more than a decade, they've got quick and easy financing, a simple process of buying with no waiting around. Just find what you want and drive away that day. It's a quick and easy drive, too. Just 10 minutes from the Gainesville Airport, right off of 301. Check them out online at Right Price Auto FL, and then stop by and tell them the Tailgate sent you for a no-hassle way that'll surely make your day.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
Intense afternoon heat will linger through much of the evening. Eventually, temperatures will drop to 77 degrees late tonight under a mostly clear sky. Tomorrow, another day with intense afternoon heat. Highs will reach 97 degrees with scattered afternoon storms likely. Tuesday evening, a shower is possible, lows near 77. From the WUFT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist William Maxim.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
I am just waiting on a player to be fed up with this, to be fed up with the charade. For a player of the caliber of Micah Parsons to say, I'm going to get my bag a lot of places.
Yes.
And I can get it at a place where A, it's more stable and I'm appreciated, and B, where I have a better chance to win. Because as long as this circus is still happening, the Dallas Cowboys are not going to be able to win a Super Bowl.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekday mornings at 6 right here on WRUF. From athlete activism to athletic achievements, we have you covered. Your home for every important sports story. ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, the home of the Florida Gators. The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley continues here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, and on your phone with the WRUF radio app.
All right, we are back on the Tailgate. Don't forget the NFL is back as well. The Hall of Fame game is Thursday night. Oh, just to be able to say the words, there is a game being played on Thursday night. Will I watch it? I'll watch the kickoff, and I'll watch a few plays. I'm not going to watch a lot of it, but it's on Thursday night, the Hall of Fame game. Lions and Chargers. Coverage begins at 8 right here on WRUF. We are your home for the NFL. And I will watch it or listen to it if I'm in the car, but not the whole thing because it's preseason and no starters are going to play. But it's still a big weekend for the Hall of Fame because they have that.
Start to figure out your fantasy rosters.
Oh, man. You're not basing it on anything you're going to see in that game, though, right?
No, of course not. But
who would be if you get the one pick? You're the one pick, the first pick.
Mm-hmm.
Who would be your pick? I don't think there's an obvious pick anymore. I think there used to be.
Probably if it's a PPR league, one of either Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. Probably Jamar Chase, because I don't know how your boy from Michigan, J.J. McCarthy, is going to get the ball to Jefferson. Although everybody said that last year, nobody wanted to pick him because Sam Darnold's a quarterback. They're going to suck, and then he was great.
It's going to be a kind of an interesting year for you guys with the fantasy football because not only that, but you have, quarterbacks that you don't know if they're going to who's going to be the quarterback in Pittsburgh middle of the year, who's going to be the quarterback with the Jets.
What do you mean middle of the year? It's going to be Rodgers all year.
No, he's going to get hurt. You know that.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's an old man.
And Chargers.
Hey, let me tell you what. If I was playing quarterback for them, they would be in trouble because I'd get hurt.
Chargers could be a surprise team. Harbaugh's everywhere he's gone. The quarterback's been great.
But he inherited a great quarterback.
What do you mean? He made J.J. McCarthy who he was. We just talked about him.
I'm just saying he inherited a good quarterback at San Diego, though.
Okay, but and right, so he's going to make him even better to be significant for fantasy.
Maybe he won't.
So that's how it all works. All right, back to the phones we go. Let's get Byron to join us next. Hey, Byron, what's up, man?
Gentlemen, you guys, I love the show, man, and I'm having a great day. And I want to just say this real quick, man, because I want the Gator fans to come on out and represent before I get this thing going. It's a song, Jeff, called Boots on the Ground. Where them fans at? I want the Gator fans to represent this year because not only do I think we're going to win it in football, I'm a positive guy. We might go undefeated, but basketball, I think volleyball, gymnastics, and then baseball going to come back. So where them fans? But let me get on to my call real quick.
No, wait a minute. You're basically declaring Florida's going to win the national championship in every sport. So,
Pat, Pat, I do this every year since you know me. I'm a positive.
Yeah, but how often has it worked out?
I say 3 out of the 5. Okay, I'll give you that.
I'll take 1 out of the 5.
Pat, that's why I don't listen to you except on the radio. But let me ask you this question, guys. NFL, you were talking about this, and I heard a kind of talk about the 5 quarterbacks who would be in trouble this year. And I'm going to give you some of them that they named, and see if you tell me what you want to do. And I'm going to get off. So Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Well, what does in trouble mean, though? You have to define that. What
if they don't do good this year, they probably gonna get replaced.
Well, I think it's Aaron Rodgers last year, no matter what.
Yeah, he's going to play the whole year, and they're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to win their first playoff game,
and then they're
going to lose in the second round.
And he's going to retire.
Well, damn, he shouldn't. Excuse me. Oh Lord, he shouldn't retire after that, Jeff. But
he is going to retire. This is it.
He's going to retire, but he's not making the playoffs. I disagree with Jeff.
I like him, but Jeff. But let me get to for Jeff. Tua in Miami. How about Richardson? How about a Jacksonville quarterback? I'm getting ready to.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, and how about everybody in New York and New England and Chicago? And let me think of one more. That's about it.
I think you pretty much eliminated every other quarterback. Yeah, but
who do you guys think is the 5? You know, if you had to say who on the hot seat if they don't have a good year, that's what the question is. They definitely gonna be out the league.
Well, I think Russ. All right, thank you, Byron.
Russell Wilson might be too. Everybody, yeah. All right, Jeff. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I mean, to me, Russell Wilson's probably the top of that list.
Wilson, Rodgers,
because you have Jackson Dart right behind him, and I think and especially because that entire coaching staff, GM, all on the hot seat.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say Jay McCarthy's on the hot seat because he's never played a game. So nobody's going to give up on him if he sucks.
They let Darnold walk to make him the quarterback. So
I don't think Trevor Lawrence is on a hot seat in any way. I think
he's got a coach that has made Baker Mayfield great.
And if he has a bad year, they'll say, "We'll make it better next year." But Jacksonville's got to win some games at some point. I mean, it's been
to me. I think the Jacksonville running game is going to be pretty significant. I mean, you saw that with Tampa and what Liam Cohen was doing. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jacksonville finished top 5 in the league in running the football. And, we'll see. Brian Thomas obviously had a really good year, but that was at the very end of the year when Lawrence was hurt and they brought in the dude from Alabama.
Oh, Mac Jones?
Yeah, Mac Jones. Yeah. So, and he was like lights out for the last 6 weeks of the year. So there's that. I guess he ran over every team, so we got to think about.
Well, I would say this: if I was Tua, I would be worried about having a bad year. If I have a bad year, I may be on the way out because he's struggled with injuries and everything else, but he's a guy I would worry about if I was. And then again, you look at other places. For the most part, I mean, like the Saints. I don't even know who's the Saints quarterback going to be.
The rookie they drafted,
Tyler Schauk.
Yeah,
is that the way you say it? Schauk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, whoop-de-doo there.
Yeah, I mean that's not a big deal.
No. Maybe Geno Smith.
No.
They like him out in.
And then
is he in the Raiders now?
Yes.
Okay. What about that?
That's good.
I feel good. I got that.
Drake May's in New England. You'd think that he had a pretty nice year one. The quarterback that I thought was awful at Auburn and then figured it out in Oregon, Bo Nix, had a really nice year last year. So that'll be interesting.
Bo Nix's stats at Denver, and they were ridiculously good.
He was good.
And you and I agreed. We didn't like him at all. We didn't believe in him. We didn't believe in where they were drafting him. And he's turned out to be pretty good. But that's the guy that I think Auburn saw when they they recruited him. This is the guy they thought he would be a great player. Patrick Nix's son would be great. Didn't work out. Went to Oregon. Was okay. Not great there, but he was okay.
But he got away from the, I don't know if it's pressure of Auburn, but just the expectations that he had to live up to. And
now he's doing great in the NFL. So
to me, the one guy, Byron, that I think is going to have a really nice year. I mean, still be determined on Jordan Love. He throws too many interceptions. He was supposed to be the darling last year, and he was everybody's sexy fantasy guy and just never lived up to it. But I think C.J. Stroud's going to have a nice year in Houston. Had a really good first year, not so good second year.
Pick?
I might take him. If he's there in the 8th or 9th round, I'm not picking him early, but I'd get him in the mid-rounds.
So when do you pick your quarterback?
Depends. If I want Burrow, I got to probably get him in the second or third round. But if I
your
want
first
C.J.
round's
Stroud,
definitely going to be a wide receiver, right?
Or a running back. Depends where you pick.
What if you pick third?
Then depends who's there. I would probably take Bijan, which I think you can't
Bijan
call
Robinson?
him. You can't call him Bijan anymore. It's like Bijan.
Okay,
It's not Bijan. It's Bijan.
I call him Dijon. So
it's Bijan Robinson. No, but
he's a good player.
Good player. Had a good year.
It depends on what they're going to do. And I saw this stuff about Kyle Pitts on that same team you're talking about, and he's been injured, and they're kind of holding up on him and when they're going to let him in there. Look, if Kyle Pitts never does anything in the NFL, I still enjoyed his time here. I'll love him forever.
Yeah, he was amazing.
It is still, and I hate to say this out loud, but one of my many passwords is Kyle Pitts.
Wow.
Because that's how 2020 affected me that much. And I just want him to be great. I not as a Gator, just as a person.
Yeah, because you know how good he is, and just it'd be nice.
Somebody's got to figure it out.
Yeah,
how to get him the ball.
Utilize him the right way.
Yeah.
All right, if you want to utilize your pointer finger and punch in 10 digits on your phone, you can. Call us up. Our Titan MRI and Imaging Hotline, 352-392-8255. Call us up, say hey, and we'll get after it here on the Tailgate.
On the campus of the University of Florida. ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF.
There's so many reasons to love living in North Central Florida. The trees and the breeze are certainly a part of that, but as we have all realized from another round of storms, those things may not be the best for our residents and our roofs. But what is the best is a company that's been fixing things the right way for more than 40 years. That's the locally owned and operated Gainesville McFall Builders and McFall Residential Roofing. They offer the longest warranties in town, a 10-year instead of 5, and all of their workers are employees, no subcontractors that are going to give a subpar effort. There are a lot of people going door to door trying to do things the wrong way with no care about what it does to you. So why don't you go with the crew that uses premium products that are certified by the manufacturers to install? At McFall, you'll get state licensed building contractors for all your home renovation needs. With extra care, protect that pool, lawn, RV, or fancy fire pit during the process. And their process? Well, it's as easy as watching Florida State football stink. You get a detailed walkthrough before anything is even started. Call them today at 352-415-9098. I'm telling you, it'll be great. It's known as a small place with a big taste. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're really missing out. The place that's been voted best cheesesteaks in Gainesville, it's called Big Mills. Serving 100% top butt sirloin, 100% chicken breast on their cheesesteak sandwiches, Big Mills has a big taste. They also offer sausages, hot dogs, burgers, and salads with a baseball theme inside that every diehard is going to want to see. They've also got ice cream and milkshakes to wash it all down, so come on down to 2111 13th Street, right next to Adam's Ribs, and see why Big Mills is a small place with a big taste.
Hey, it's Sean Kelly, voice of the Gators. It's getting a little more difficult to walk into a place without being recognized these days. It's probably because they love hearing me call those great Gators moments on the radio. And honestly, I do know what their favorite call of mine is. Hey, bartender.
What can I get you, Sean?
How about a round of ice-cold Bud Light for everyone here? 4 simple, high-quality ingredients to create a clean, crisp taste. Easy to game day. Bud Light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Celebrate your love this summer at International Diamond Center and get a free romantic getaway on us. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time at IDC. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free trip. It's a great time to get that engagement ring and let IDC buy your honeymoon. Here's how it works. If you spend $3,500, IDC will give you a 3-day, 2-night hotel getaway with a $100 Visa card for spending. Choose from a dozen romantic cities. Or spend $5,000 on her jewelry and IDC will give you a 3- or 4-night luxury cruise for 2. Spend $10,000 and you'll get a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale tropical all-inclusive resort. Choose from 4 countries. Listen, if you're getting engaged, celebrating an anniversary, or just want to get away for some romance, IDC has it covered. You buy the ring, we'll give the getaway. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center at Celebration Point.
Electronics World is on a quest to bring movie night to your home. Hi, I'm David Williams, Senior Designer at Electronics World, and I've been on a mission to bring the joy of movie night to families in the greater Gainesville area for the past 10 years. Electronics World is a local, family-owned business. We answer the phone and take pride in providing you with next-level customer service. From dedicated home theaters to professionally mounted big screens, Electronics World can help you rekindle the magic of movie night.
Hey, it's Steve Russell for Hurricane BTW, where every day feels like the weekend. Fresh, never frozen chicken wings, tossed in over 30 bold flavors, paired with ice-cold beer, all in a laid-back, beachy atmosphere. And with every game on the big screens, it's the ultimate escape in your home for sports, too. Great food, cold drinks, and all the games. That's Hurricane BTW. Escape the ordinary and find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
Follow ESPN Gainesville on Instagram, Facebook, and X. Stay up to date with the latest information, interviews, stories, events, and contests. We are ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM WRUF.
This is Florida Gator head football coach Billy Napier, and you're listening to The Tailgate with Jeff Cardoza and Pat Dooley, right here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM WRUF, and anywhere in the world on the WRUF radio app.
So you can't hear the stress and the voice of Billy Napier then, because now he's got a quarterback who's got a hamstring injury, or a calf injury. Yeah, we'll see how it all works out. I mean, I got to be honest with you. Saturday night, I was told by somebody that he had a calf injury, and I went, really? So I spent 2 days looking for it on the web, never found anything about it, because I don't have sources the way I used to. And then today we find out that he does have a calf injury. So in a boot, and we'll see how it works out.
Do you think that he has, because they've been off, and if he's in a boot, somebody saw it probably, or it was leaked. Like, do you think there's like paparazzi for a DJ Lagway? Like they know where he lives?
Yeah, I mean, I remember, who was it that had his arm in a kind of a cast sling type thing? It was a defensive player. I can't remember who it was. It might have been back in the it was back in the McElwain era. Anyway, I can't remember who it was. But anyway, I saw him. I physically saw him, and I called several people and finally found out that, yeah, he had torn his labrum, and he was going to be out until the start of fall camp, which is fine. And I just reported it, and everybody's like, where do you get that from? Why do you know that? I saw him with his arm in a sling. I mean, it's just like anything. You know, it's not hard if you hang around that campus to see who's hurt and who's not hurt. It's not very difficult.
Agreed. All right, let's snag David's phone call to finish up the hour. Hey, David.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Awesome.
All right. Big event this week, I think, is really falling under the radar in baseball.
Trade deadline?
Well, besides that, which is going to be huge, but you have the two best teams in the National League playing a 5-game series, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about it, between the Cubs and the Brewers and all the storylines between it.
I was going to say, until you said it was the Cubs and Brewers, I couldn't.
You wouldn't have known
what
Duels?
Teams they were, yeah.
No, I mean, give credit to Milwaukee. You know who the
they won 11 in a row until they lost. Yes.
Yeah, and I mean, and I was pissed at the Cubs for getting rid of David Ross, but they brought in Milwaukee's manager to. And then, do you know who took over Milwaukee?
Bob Uecker.
No. David, do you know who Milwaukee's manager is?
I'm trying to think. I'm a Cubs fan. So.
Okay. All right. So then, Pat, I'm gonna let Pat think about it.
Rich Bochy.
He coached against the Gators in the College World Series in 1998. He is now their manager. See if you can think about it. But yeah, go ahead, David.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a great, intense, nasty series because the two teams hate each other.
Yeah.
And right now, honestly, they're the two best teams. The Dodgers have fallen apart. The Phillies are up there, and the Mets, but I think it's going to go a long way to deciding who gets home field throughout the NL playoffs because they don't play each other the rest of the year.
Yeah.
The scheduling is totally screwed up, I think, the way they do it this now. That you don't end the year really playing your own division.
Your division, yeah, I know. It is stupid. But give Chicago a lot of credit. It's been fun to watch PCA. I mean, he's almost up to 30 homers now, and he's got a cannon. And, fortunately, I got to go to the All-Star game last week, so I got to see him in person. And then Tucker's out there in left field. He made a really nice catch. And, I mean, he should have been a Gator if he didn't.
Right, so you're saying that the manager for the Brewers coached against Florida in the College World Series?
I said it wrong. He was in that. He was a manager of one of the 8 teams in that College World Series.
Okay, so
he didn't coach against the Gators.
It wasn't McMahon. It wasn't whoever USC's coach was.
Correct.
That's a 2-team deal.
So give me the other. It's one of the other 5.
I'm gonna go with. No, I have no idea.
But yeah, no, it should be fun.
You can answer the question.
Well, it's Pat Murphy. It was at Arizona State. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
He's the Milwaukee manager. But they've got to face. I think the Miz is throwing tonight against them, against the Cubbies.
Yeah.
So see how that goes.
Yeah, and I think Suzuki obviously does not get enough credit. He's having an amazing year.
Yeah.
It should have been an all-star.
Should have been an all-star. I totally agree with you there.
Yeah. All right, well, I just thought I'd share that because I think it's going to, like you said, it's a 5-game series, which is unique because they had to make up a rain-out game, and I think it's going to be really intense. You're going to see some great baseball.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's in Milwaukee, so we'll see how it plays out. Thank you, David. Good stuff.
Did you like Ichiro's comments yesterday?
Yeah, about the Marlins. That was awesome.
For those of you who don't know, he said, hey, for the Marlins people that are here, I appreciate you, but when you offered me a contract in 2015, I didn't know there was a Miami Marlins. I didn't know what your team was.
He went and played for him.
Yeah, he went and played for him.
Which is crazy. You don't know that that's a team in Major League Baseball. But I guess back then you didn't play the National League.
Yeah, I can get that. I get that, especially for a guy who
From
probably
Japan.
couldn't name all the teams in the Japanese league.
Yeah, but he was in America for a long time.
I know, Jeff. I just thought it was funny.
Kind of
and
crazy.
Even if he did know, it still was a good line.
Yeah, very crazy. All right, we got a whole nother hour. We'll talk some Gator football and certainly about anything that happened over the weekend. Did you see Happy Gilmore 2? Call us up. Tell us if you liked it or not. You're listening to The Tailgate.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app.
You spoke, we listened. You wanted the easiest car buying experience ever. So we're giving you the easiest car buying experience ever. Your schedule doesn't have time for 5 hours in a car dealership. Work, kids, soccer practice, grocery runs, jury duty. Really? That again? Gatorland Toyota puts your convenience at the top of the list. With Express Shopping, you can browse our incredible selection and buy your vehicle entirely from the comfort of your home. Financing, paperwork, trade appraisal, even the pricing can be done remotely. No need to come to the dealership. Gatorland Toyota delivers your new car to you. And what if that car was fully customized? With our pre-order program, it's easier than ever to get the exact vehicle you want from headlights to trunk. Have a vehicle to trade or sell? Even if you don't buy from us, we'd love to take it off your hands and give you a top dollar offer that you're sure to love. Come experience how Gatto's got it at Gatorland Toyota today. Visit GatorlandToyota.com for the easiest car buying experience ever.
When the unexpected happens, you need a legal team that's ready to fight for you, just like the Florida Gators. At Meldon Law, we're proud to partner with the Florida Gators to deliver winning results for those who have been injured at no fault of their own. With a strong record of success and a team that won't back down, Meldon Law is your trusted partner in tough times. Call Meldon Law at 352-373-8000 or visit us at meldonlaw.com.
It's a hard reality to know you're getting older. Believe me, I sit next to Pat every single day, but we all have to go through it. And with it comes some aches and pains with every single step. But the good part is the pains are fixable. And one quick stop into Titan MRI will get you going in the right direction. There's lots of us out there that think we can just handle pain or it'll just eventually go away. But what you may not realize, you could be ruining yourself for many years to come. I'm telling you, go see Joe and the crew at Titan MRI. Their entire mindset is finding out what you need to feel better and getting it to someone that can fix it. With an average scan time of just 10 to 15 minutes, you'll be back on your way, carrying on your day in no time. Titan MRI is the only locally owned and operated MRI center in Gainesville, and their staff has more than 20 years of experience in the community. And they've been so good that Lake City came calling. They've got a place that is perfect up in Columbia County as well. Even your own doctors are bringing their families to Titan MRI. So get in front of those aches and pains and tell your doctor to refer you to Titan MRI.
Whether it happens on the pickleball court, the soccer field, or when stretching the limits of your yoga flexibility, injuries aren't convenient, but UF Health OrthoCare is. Now with locations in Gainesville and Ocala, our board-certified specialists provide the expertise you need to get moving again. Don't let a sprain, strain, or minor fracture keep you or your kids sidelined. Turn to UF Health OrthoCare. Visit ufhealth.org/orthocare locations for addresses and hours. Walk-ins welcome.
This program is paid for by Talking Reds, LLC.
The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley is on the air.
Let's do it. It's go time.
You can be part of the show by calling 392-TALK. That's 392-8255.
You know, if I'm saying something to you, I don't say to you, I'm going to say something to you, and then say it. I just say it.
Or hit the guys up on social media by tweeting to @JeffCardozaUF and @Pat_Dooley. The grill is hot and the beverages are ice cold. It's time to tailgate. Here are Jeff and Pat.
All right, welcome back to the second hour of the Tailgate. Always our best hour. Well, not always. Sometimes we have a good first hour. And it is brought to you by our good friends at Meldon Law. They won't back down. And since they won't back down, we won't back down. We'll keep talking about anything you want to talk about. And Jeff is here today to tell you everything you need to know about our YouTube channel.
Yep, it is easy to follow us. ESPN Gainesville, home of the Gators. Just go on YouTube, search exactly that. ESPN Gainesville - home of the Gators. You can leave comments, do a bunch of different things. We did get a comment from Bernard. Florida's first football game is at 7 o'clock. So what time will Gator Walk be?
I would say 5.
Right around 5.
Yeah.
It is always at about an hour into our pregame show. So it could be about, I guess 4:55, anywhere from 4:55 to 5:05.
Be there.
It's kind of that window.
Be there. Aloha.
Yeah.
The NFL's back, too, on WRUF. The Hall of Fame game is Thursday night. Lions-Chargers. Coverage begins at 8 right here on WRUF, your home for the NFL. Jeff, how deep will you go into that game?
Probably 0.0.
I'll watch the beginning of it because it's the first game of the year, technically. It's a pretend game. I know that. And there's not going to be any starters. But I'll still there'll be some guys out there that I know who they are.
Probably doing some yard work Thursday night, so I'll tune in on the radio.
So you're telling me Thursday night at 8 you're doing yard work. I'm sorry.
Still daylight, and it's not as hot.
It's daylight for like 20 more minutes.
And I need to get it in. So I will put on my Bluetooth headphones, listen to ESPN WRUF.
I do that all the time.
And then listen to the game. Also, a comment from Alex. He is contradicting my medical expertise. And he said Mike Trout.
That cannot be the right word. Contradicting?
Contradicting.
You said contradictory.
Yes.
Okay.
Clean out your earwax, Duels.
No, that's what you said.
No, I said contradicting.
What did he say?
He said Mike Trout only missed 122 games with a calf strain in 2021.
Well, that would be you only play 12 in college football.
So that means he would miss the whole year.
But hopefully it's going to all work out. Hey, look, we just have to wait and see. And again, I think it's I don't know if tomorrow it's Coach Napier, but I know it's a lot of players and coaches that are going to be interviewed. So maybe we'll find out more about it.
Yep, Napier will be there. All right, let's get back to the phones and get Bernard to chat. Bernard, what's up, man?
Oh, man, got this news last night, man, about DJ Lagway. You know, availability is an ability. It's time to play football. Now it's time to stop talking about the schedule. And, you know, you miss spring practice. That's not to get timing down with the wide receiver. Now this is not good, you know. And, but, you know, I heard that the first up is Aiden Warner. I don't know why Billy likes him. My choice would be Harrison Bailey. He has the experience and try to tread water until you can get DJ Lagway back.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, we sit in the chair right next to me here. Harrison Bailey was here just a couple of weeks ago, and got to chat with him for a good hour on the air. And I think probably some people are saying Aiden Warner because he's used to the system and he's obviously played a little bit. But I think when it's all said and done, if there was something happening, I would think Harrison Bailey would be out there. Just a stronger arm, bigger, physical. Obviously, has played in the league, played in big stadiums, so understands what to do. I think if that were to happen, I think Bailey would be the backup.
Ideally, Lagway would be fine for the first two games, but if you don't have him for the first two games, you would think you'd be okay with all the other players you have around. And this would
but if it's lingering that long, I think then the concern is what Bernard talked about is, well, then he hasn't had any kind of work with any of the receivers and doing anything.
Not only that, but we saw this with Anthony Richardson. Remember that game where he ran against USF and was running down the field, and I was like, I turned to my daughter and I said, oh, Emory Jones ought to get in the transfer portal right now. And then he pulled his hamstring as he's going into the end zone. I go, well, maybe not. So, I mean, you never know. And he was kind of back and forth all year. So you never know how these things are going to work out.
Hey, well, let me say this, man. They try to do a good job being confidential, but you got over 100 players on that team, including walk-ons and scholarships. And these guys have parents. They still have relationships with high school coaches. I was told last night it's a calf injury, and this guy, Lagway, is going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. So we started counting down, like to count the months to see pregnancy. He's already had a week. First practice July 30th to August the 30th. That's another week, 5 weeks. So he may miss the first two games. But you go into LSU, you may get in a shootout. Is he going to be ready to go tit for tat with a Nussmeier if he's been out this time? Another thing is this, and I can understand them being overly cautious because I've seen this before. You had Kevin Durant playing the NBA Finals with a calf strain for his Achilles. And just recently, Tyrese Halliburton did the same thing. So I can see them erring on the side of caution. You know, as a Gator fan, you know, it's kind of you hate it for him, but you're also disappointed because you're getting all juiced up, ready for the start of the season, and see we're going to be able to break through. And then this the kind of, you know, we get this news coming in on the eve when the players are getting ready to report, man. So it's a tough pill. I'm still optimistic, but it's a tough pill to swallow. You know they're not gonna cancel the season, so we got to lace it up and go play with what we got. You know, and I think something that I don't normally agree with Pat, but this here, in a case like this is where coaching becomes that much more important if you're not going to have a guy like Lagway.
No doubt about it. They're going to have to come up with whoever the quarterback ends up being. If it ends up being somebody else for the first game, you're going to have to kind of play off of what the things that you do well. You've got to take advantage of the great – I mean, look, this is a team that was put together based on and trying to get all these skill players around their quarterback. And that was the goal. And they've got him around him. Now that may be another quarterback for a while. I don't know how bad it is. I mean, I'm not a doctor, and nor do you and I haven't been around him.
And Bernard, I mean, remember, he didn't play in the spring game either, so both of those guys got a lot of action. And I mean, Bailey threw for more than 400 yards. And obviously they're not rushing them and trying to do a bunch of stuff, but they would be fine. But not having Lagway would certainly be a punch in the gut early on, because you're right. He then wouldn't be ready to go, or at least have that work with his receivers and the offense and everything else by the time you had to go to Baton Rouge at night. That's be a tough ask.
Hey, didn't we go back to back at LSU and at Miami? Is it
correct?
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hey, man, you guys have a great day and take care. Okay.
All right. Thank you,
Later.
Bernard. Appreciate you.
And that's the thing, Jeff. Even whether it's Harrison Bailey or DJ Lagway, they're going to come after him. Especially a DJ Lagway who may be nursing a calf, and Harrison Bailey who's
Then it's good you got 4 returning starters, including an All-American.
Yeah. So hopefully, look, I'm not going to get too upset about anything at this point.
Yeah, I don't think. Listen, is the news good? No. Does it suck? Sure, but you can't sit here and get preliminary news not knowing anything, and then want to sit here and say that he's going to miss 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. Like, you have no idea on anything that's going on. So be patient, see what happens tomorrow, 29th, when Napier's going to talk at noon, and there'll be a lot of the question. But it got out there somehow. So that means
I heard it Saturday night. So.
Somebody put it out there knowing that the story was going to come out today, when then Napier's going to talk to everybody tomorrow. So we'll have a lot better answers tomorrow when we're doing this show than to speculate on anything right now.
Yeah, it's a weird dynamic. And again, when I was told about it, and again, it goes back to Saturday night when I was told about it by somebody. I'm not going to say who, but I said, well, you're reading too many of these websites and everything, but turned out it was true. So, hey, look, eventually, like you said, he's going to address it all tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll find out way more about it. It'll be a much better show on Tuesday.
That it will be. All right, let's snag a break. We'll come back, keep the phone calls rolling. 392-8255 if you want to join us here on WRUF.
From the College of Journalism and Communications, ESPN 98.1 FM and 850 AM WRUF.
Every morning I get up, start the trek into town for a busy day ahead, and every morning, I kid you not, I pass an ugly green van or truck along the way, heading to work as well. But the best part of that sight is I know someone is about to be wowed with the craftsmanship and work ethic from days gone by with the technology of today, because that vehicle has Vintage Electric written across the side. And that quality is evident all over North Central Florida. And with more than 24 licensed journeyman technicians, you can be assured that a call to Vintage Electric is a call you won't forget. Now, I'm sure there's tons of you out there with honeydews up the wazoo, and if any of those have to do with electricity, call Vintage Electric today. No job's too small, they do it all, from service upgrades to rewiring, appliance and AC circuits, and how about an entire smart home installation? That way you can just ask Alexa to turn on the tailgate. So have them put their tailgate down, grab their tools, and sit back and know your electric job is going to be done right. Call up Vintage Electric today at 371-8021 or visit them online at vintageelectric.net.
Hey y'all, it's Kyle from Leonardo's Pizza, Gainesville's iconic restaurant. You know, time zooms by and our town is changing all around us, but for 50 years, Leonardo's is still the calm in the storm. At Leonardo's, of course, we make delicious deep dish pizza and our famous garlic knots, but we sell memories. Come in to relive old ones, make new ones, and let us know that you heard me on the tailgate for 10% off your order. Hey Jeff, did you hear the new Starship song?
No, I don't think so.
We built this city on sauce and dough.
Well, we know it is crazy hot outside, so Oaks Jewelry said, let's bring everybody inside and have a sizzling summer sale. They've been bringing you the bling for more than 40 years. Yes, that's 4 decades of sparkle, sass, and some seriously good deals. Right now, get 20% off all color stone jewelry, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, basically all the fancy stuff that makes your friends say, ooh, where'd you get that? They've got diamond earrings and pendants, 20% off. Diamond fashion rings, also 20% off, because Because who says you can't treat yourself and still afford the groceries? You need a reason to be fashionably on time? You can get 30% off all Citizen watches. They're solar powered, so you'll always be on time, at least in theory. And hey, why wait? Lay away now for the holidays, because nothing says I've got my life together like Christmas shopping in July. It's the Oaks Jewelry Sizzling Summer Sale, celebrating 40 plus years of sparkle, style, and saving you some serious cash.
When the unexpected happens, you need a legal team that's ready to fight for you, just like the Florida Gators. At Meldon Law, we're proud to partner with the Florida Gators to deliver winning results for those who have been injured at no fault of their own. With a strong record of success and a team that won't back down, Meldon Law is your trusted partner in tough times. Call Meldon Law at 352-373-8000 or visit us at meldonlaw.com.
When the Florida heat kicks in, your home should be a place to cool down, not sweat it out. That's where Crystal Air and Water comes in, North Central Florida's trusted HVAC team for more than 20 years. Whether it's a quick repair or a full AC upgrade, Crystal Air makes it easy to keep your family comfortable with flexible financing options, including 0% interest for 12 months for qualified buyers. With simple monthly payments, getting a new AC system is easier and smarter than ever. So you can now focus on what really matters, keeping your home cool and your family happy. Call 352-333-0460 or visit acpenguin.com. Check out all your options and to apply online. Again, that's acpenguin.com, because every Florida family deserves cool comfort that they can count on. Crystal Air and Water, the area's #1 rated HVAC company for more than 20 years, where your family's comfort is their family's business. License number CMC 1249384. All right, it's summer, sun's out, motivation's up, and yeah, abs are still in there somewhere. So you lace up the sneakers, hit the gym, maybe try a few crunches, a jog, a 500-pound squat, casual. Next thing you know, bam, your back is filing a formal complaint. But hey, don't panic. I've got a guy. Dr. Paul Gardner at Gardner Chiropractic and Injury. He's not just some guy with a fancy table. He's a coach, an athlete, and the go-to fix-it guy when your body goes, yeah, nope. From general adjustments to full rehab and therapy, he'll get you feeling like yourself again, minus the hobbling. And with access to MRIs, ultrasounds, x-rays, and even blood work, he cuts out the guesswork and gets it straight to the let's fix this part. You can find him right next to Gainesville Health and Fitness on University Avenue. The number, 352-727-4438. Gardner Chiropractic and Injury, the place to go when summer hits you back.
This is Kevin Cash of the Tampa Bay Rays, and you're listening to Gainesville's only home for Rays baseball. ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM WRUF, and online at WRUF.com.
The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley continues here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM WRUF, and on your phone with the WRUF radio app.
All right, Duels and Dozo back here, a Monday edition of the Tailgate. Appreciate you
I'm not sure I can go on with any more
taking
of this
part.
after those conversations we had.
Duels is trying to criticize me because I've not watched a movie made before 1902.
No, 1982. You haven't seen anything.
Yes, I have.
No,
just told you I saw.
You tried to tell me that
Wizard of Oz.
You saw a movie with Jenna Gershwin.
Sound of Music.
Okay. But
so those are two before 1980.
Those were accidental.
I played the Scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz.
Really?
And crushed it in the 8th grade school play. So beat that, Duels. Cattleman, what's up? Welcome to the Tailgate.
Hey guys, y'all have a good weekend.
Yeah, good weekend. Work, little
Mine
work,
could
and
not have been better.
little play. So it was good mix.
Yeah, great to hear. Hey, guys, Deion's, I guess, is the news of the weekend leading into early week here. Thought I'd engage y'all on Deion and maybe stumble into a question on FSU.
Okay.
Hey, guys, I grew up as a Deion fan, wasn't involved in all the Florida State stuff. I always thought it was cool. He did the two-sport thing with the Braves. And whatever you think about Deion, obviously one of the greatest players to ever grace a college football field. and hate to hear his cancer diagnosis and hope he's healthy. I hate for anybody to get that. But guys, Deion Sanders, I probably mentioned before to you guys, lost me when he threw ice on Tim McCarver. I think that's kind of when his true personality, we really saw it for the first time, perhaps earlier. And with all the Deion stuff going on, I got a question about him and a little comedy. Deion has not really moved, for all the huff and puff, Deion has not really moved the needle at Colorado. He's gotten him a lot of headlines. But he's been kind of a nuisance, I guess. Travis Hunter probably would have been headed to Georgia if it wasn't for Deion, and he showed up and cherry-picked some five-star dudes with money, and he's still doing that. But what do y'all think Deion's going to do? Do you think he's going to, now that his kid's off of the league or trying to get in the league, is he going to ride off into the sunset with his ego, or is he going to slug it out?
No, because he's gone. I think he's gone through the therapy for it, and he's fine now. He feels
he's
like
cancer-free.
Beaten cancer. I don't think you ever beat cancer. You beat it for that time period, and I've gone through the same thing, and I beat it, and it came back with me. So it's something that everybody has to deal with. Once you have it in your system, it could come back. But look, I'm not a big Deion guy. Obviously, an FSU guy. I loved him when he was playing for the Braves. But, I mean, he's the reason that we have rules about having to go to school class because he didn't go his entire junior year. But, I mean, look, he's a great athlete and probably the best cornerback.
To answer your question, I don't see him staying there much longer. I agree with you. I mean, the first 4 weeks of that first season, I mean, everybody loved Colorado, and he was the new shiny toy, and
last year, though.
Everything was great.
When's the last time Colorado won 9 games? Like
probably
Bill McCartney?
When they were winning championships.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
But I think the issue is what he did with his son to get the jersey retired. It was 15 and 14 in 2 years. Give me a break. I don't like. To me, I don't like what he's doing. I don't like the way he came in and basically got rid of a bunch of players roster, and did all that kind of stuff. So I think he's waiting for a better job.
You don't have to like Deion, but you certainly feel sympathy for anybody who's
what he had to go through. Sure.
Well, Colorado, it's a big job, a lot of money. You're on TV. There's a trend. A lot of these ex-athletes take jobs, even scrub jobs. Like I believe Eddie George is at a FCS school around Nashville. So
Michael Vick too.
Yeah. So there's that. I don't know that he's proven anything as a coach other than he can make headlines. But just kind of interesting to see. Like he throws up, say, a 4-8 this year. You wonder how that ego is going to go. And I don't. I mean, you have those dumb rumors about the NFL. I don't see him being an NFL coach. Where's he really going?
You don't give him any credit for going 9-3 last year at Colorado, which
you had the Heisman winner.
But they hit but he's
we'll see what he does. We'll see what he does now without.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I think this year is going to be a big year
where he goes, hey, I don't need to do this anymore.
Hey, 2 quick hits, Jeff. You read my mind about the going back to Shadur getting his number retired or whatever. I think it was 13 and 12, one game over 500, whatever it was. That was probably my favorite joke from the ESPYs. Did you see when they flashed Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, that was awesome.
that was a great joke. I don't know, outside of having the crowd clap for the fake WNBA player, that Shadur Sanders joke was classic.
I agree.
And last thing, guys, speaking of FSU, getting back into that, looks like the working number on FSU is 7-5. Whatever you think about FSU, I think they obviously did get a raw deal 2 years back, knocked their program for a loop, the crazy world of NIL. But I listen to a lot of Miami stuff, but I'm kind of in the dark on FSU, Norvell and all that. Do you think he can throw up a 7-5? But usually when it starts sliding on coaches, it's awful hard to get it back. And how do y'all see FSU going this year? And y'all hang in there.
All right. Thanks, Cattleman.
I will tell you this, and we'll probably get Ira Schaufel to come on to talk about FSU at some point over the next couple of weeks because he knows FSU better than anybody. But the bottom line is I don't think anybody who follows or covers FSU has any idea what they're going to do this year. After these 2 years of 13-0 and 2-9, 2-10. I mean, I've never seen this happen to a program. is Castellanos really going to be that? He's
talking a lot of trash like he's going to be good.
But he's somebody was comparing to Kyler Murray the other day, and I'm like, okay, I didn't see that at Boston College, but maybe he will be. They've totally gutted the lineup again, brought in a lot of new guys. They got some good players. Remember Squirrel White at Tennessee is now there, and
the portal worked 2 years ago, and obviously didn't work last year.
Yeah.
So living and dying by that is not the right recipe for success.
I will say that I'm not worried about FSU until the last game, because the last game it could be a totally different team. Who knows who their quarterback's going to be?
All right, so run through it real quick. If it's 7-5, Bama loss.
L.
The next two they win. East Texas A&M, which I've never even heard of.
That is not even a school.
East Texas A&M.
I think that's a prison facility.
It might be. And then Kent State. They go to Virginia.
Nick Saban's old school.
They go to Virginia.
Virginia sucks.
Okay, so 2-2. Miami.
2-3.
Okay, Pitt at home.
That's going to be a decider. That's going to be a big game for them.
Okay, so 2-3 with a maybe. At Stanford. They're not very good. You should win that game. So 3-1. Wake.
I don't know much about Wake this year, so I'll go 4-3-1.
Okay, Clemson, they'll get throttled.
4-4-1.
Virginia Tech.
Where's it at?
Tallahassee.
Yeah. Again, somebody was talking about this today. They were talking about the ACC and how people weren't talking a whole lot about different teams and the balance. I'm like, it's because there's no good teams.
Yeah.
Like Virginia Tech's a good example. It used to be a big deal.
The name's there, but yeah.
Playing Virginia Tech, but
not a thing
playing
anymore.
Virginia Tech at home, I would love that schedule.
Yeah. Then they got to go to NC State.
You could lose that.
And then finish with the Gators. So that's around the right numbers.
I think
6 or 7 wins.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm looking at for them.
All right, we shall see.
But who knows? They may
figure it out.
Maybe Castro.
John, what's up? Welcome.
It's great.
Yeah, good afternoon, guys. I've talked to you, Pat, in the last couple of weeks. Jeff, I haven't talked to you in many a moons, but I was listening to Pat's podcast with Steve Spurrier, and you were on a cameo appearance this past week. I really enjoyed hearing you talk about the pitching staff at Florida. So you're thinking that's pretty shaping up pretty good for Kevin?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I mean, to me, that's the strength coming back, where it was sort of the weakness last year. Just that they needed some arms out of the, to eat up innings there in the middle of the game, and I think they went and got that, and they addressed it with some veteran guys, and then whoever's not the third starter, I think you probably can use midweek, which they struggled with certainly last year, and then. I mean, to me, McNeely might be the guy that I would close now that Clemente's not coming back. So you got a great arm there. So I think they'll be fine from a pitching staff standpoint. I mean, everybody's saying Liam Peterson should be the number one pitcher taken next year in the draft from the college ranks, which is kind of crazy to me because you're talking about a guy that's got over a 10 ERA and 5 postseason starts. So he hasn't really pitched well in big games. But hopefully he can figure it out and everything will click. People love his stuff.
Is Kobe Shelton coming back, or is he left?
No, he's gone.
Yeah, right, yeah. So I know we picked up a few guys for the infield. So, but Pat, I was mentioning your podcast. I love it. I'm hitting him late, so I'm getting your replay. But I get home late and I actually find it on Facebook to get you. So that's pretty cool. Do you when you're live? Do you ever take questions on your podcast or no?
No, we started with that premise that we were going to take questions, but then we just got to a point where it was better to tape it and not have to do anything live. So I get plenty of questions in here from
I hear you.
From our show. So yeah, no, it's so much easier to get guests to come on when they're comfortable versus when I'm comfortable. I know, right? I've learned that lesson.
Or whatever this is. I enjoy your guys' little barb going on back and forth. You say you guys lost a step, but I tell you what, between you and Spur, you guys still bring the heat. So I really enjoy watching your cast. So one final thing for you, Pat. You guys were just talking about nostalgia back in the 80s and 70s. Where do you put this is music. Where do you put Peter Frampton in your lores of great musicians?
You know, Peter Frampton's getting ready to play over at the amphitheater over in St. Augustine.
Really?
So
Yeah.
I was thinking about going. Here's the thing. I'll never forget this when I was still a student at the end of my probably my last year, walking through the stadium, it wasn't called the Swamp then, and every player had their windows wide open playing Frampton Comes Alive, and you could hear it all over the stadium.
Well, you remember he played at the band shell back in the early 80s.
I like Peter Frampton. I'm not a giant fan, but I like him very much. I like him as an artist, and every time I've heard him on an interview or anything like that. And one thing I love about Peter Frampton is he will, like almost everybody else, will say the Beatles got him started. So that's all that matters to
and
me.
his music guitar, they call it a music box when he did.
Yeah, like the talk box.
Wow, wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow,
the
wow,
talk box.
wow.
That was amazing, man. I've been listening to a lot of music, and the reason I'm asking is because I've been listening to Frampton today, and that song's like 14 minutes long, and that takes me back. I said, man, that's a beautiful song, man. Yeah.
Do you feel like I do?
Yep. Hey, you guys have a great day. I appreciate you guys, and I'll holler at you later.
Yeah, John, thank you so much. Got another comment on our YouTube channel.
Hopefully don't get any.
Danny says, if Lagway is nursing a calf, does that make him a cow?
Wow, that's a good point.
It's very good.
So if the calf is sucking at his teat, then we know he is a cow.
All right, let's get a snag a break. Again, 392-8255, our Titan MRI and imaging hotline if you want to be a part of things. Call up Maya, and we'll chat here on the Tailgate.
Anchored in the soul of Gator Nation and coming to you live from the second story of the CJC on the campus of the University of Florida. You are listening to ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF.
We all want to have fun, and with the sun, there are so many ways to do it here in North Central Florida. But the problem is that stuff is so expensive nowadays, and just to get enough stuff to get it going is going to cost you an arm and a leg, unless you head to Play It Again Sports. Golf clubs, baseball bats, exercise equipment, disc golf, pickleball paddles, water sports stuff, bikes, and lacrosse gear are just a fraction of the things in the store, and you can get them at a fraction of the price. There's no need to buy new, and they've got a heck of a crew ready to help you with whatever you need. So don't let outrageous costs stop you from enjoying the outside. Head on over to Play It Again Sports.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
Intense afternoon heat will linger through much of the evening. Eventually, temperatures will drop to 77 degrees late tonight under a mostly clear sky. Tomorrow, another day with intense afternoon heat. Highs will reach 97 degrees with scattered afternoon storms likely. Tuesday evening, a shower is possible, lows near 77. From the WUFT Weather Center, I'm meteorologist William Maxim.
Right now,
the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
The Hulkster passing away at the age of 71. I don't think you can overstate the importance that he had. And I know, obviously, it's scripted and we don't need to go down that rabbit hole. But I just remember Hulk was different. And his impact, I don't think, can be overstated.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekday mornings at 9, right here on WRUF. Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, and on your phone with the WRUF radio app.
This is the voice of the Gators, Sean Kelly, and you're listening to The Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley, right here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF, the home of the Florida Gators.
All right, we back. Jeffrey and Patrick here with you on a Monday edition of the Tailgate. Do you know what's happening Saturday with the Braves?
They're going to resign.
They need to.
They're going to stop the season.
Although, speaking of that, this is kind of crap because all year we've been waiting for Michael Harris to do something. He was just named the NL Player of the Week.
I saw that, yeah.
11 for 23, 6 extra base hits.
How many were in wins?
Yeah, probably not.
None.
And then Nick Kurtz, of course, for the A's, who was the first rookie to ever have a 4-homer game, which he was picked high last year in the draft. But Michael Harris had something interesting. He was going for the cycle, and the game he had 4 hits. And he needed a single, and he hit a
I'd have laid one down.
He hit a triple. Would you have act like you pulled a hammy just to stop at first, knowing that you just needed a single for the cycle?
So he already had a triple and double a homer.
Yes.
Right? I would have laid one down. I would not even have bothered.
No, I think you try to get the single.
Well, they suck. There's no point.
But he hit a triple. So he had 2 triples in a cycle, and didn't hit for the cycle.
That should count as a cycle.
Because that's the hardest one to get.
I could have stopped at first. I chose not to.
But if for those that don't know, the Braves are actually playing in the Speedway Classic this Saturday.
Is it in Daytona?
No. It is in Tennessee. Did you know?
No, I didn't. I can tell you right now, I did not know.
It's pretty crazy. So this game is going to be the first ever National League or American League baseball game in the state of Tennessee.
All right. Who were they playing?
They're playing the Cincinnati Reds.
The Red Legs?
Yep.
All right. No, I did not know that. I'm not surprised by it. I can't think of another game that would have been played there.
But it's just weird. You think about this, Tennessee's been deprived. Maybe that's why so many are Braves fans. Because it's
Todd
just
Helton, too.
right there.
Yeah.
And as good as they are in college baseball. So they have already sold more than 85,000.
Is it at the
Speedway?
Oh, so it's not at the college.
No, it's at the Speedway. Okay. So more than 85,000 tickets have already been sold. To watch a baseball game.
Tell you what, if they were at 83 and you offered me 2,000 free tickets, I would not take them to go sit up in the upper decks of a Speedway to watch crappy Braves. How bad they're playing.
But you get
down on them.
You get to be in that stadium and a part of it.
Ooh.
That would be kind of cool.
So you like to be part of things. I'm not there.
Really?
Although Karen and I are talking about going to Atlanta because everybody's told me how great it is at Truist Park and the outlying areas. We're talking about going up there when we're off for next week. So we may do that.
And then also on our
and there won't be anybody there because the Braves suck.
Yeah, so that could be good. So actually on our YouTube comments as well, I meant to mention this since we're talking about baseball. Hurston Waldrop's getting called back up to the Braves.
Good for him.
So I think he's supposed to pitch tomorrow.
He can't do any worse.
I know. And if he pitches,
I'd put him in the pen.
If he pitches tomorrow, you might have some Gator on Gator crime because he's pitching against the Kansas City Royals. You got India and Cags going up against him.
Now, see, I'll watch that game.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun to watch because of that.
I won't watch much else, but I'll watch that game.
There's some baseball talk for you.
We're getting to the point, though. There's football on Thursday, and it's a game I would not watch. I would not ask anybody to watch. I'll watch 5 minutes of it, but it's starting. At least it starts. At least it's a starting point for football. We need football.
Getting closer and closer. Porter, what's up? Welcome.
Not much. First thing, I saw is Cags on the DL?
Oh, yeah, he might be on the DL.
Yeah, I just saw. I didn't get a chance to open it, but that was one of the things that Google, for my interests, and that actually was something for my interests. I didn't get a chance to open it. I was like, "Damn, it's not serious." But I didn't hear anything about it. But I don't think Google would make that mistake. But that was the first thing I thought of when you said, Gator on Gator. India waved the flag there.
Yeah, he hurt his hamstring. It's like a hamstring strain. So yeah, he will not be playing. So it'll just be India.
Okay, so the hamstring strains running. That's most likely to be back in a week.
Yeah, and I think they put him on. It's just like the the small injury list, so which is like the 10 day.
I got you. Duels. One thing I got to thank you for finally. I always I guessed that you're a Fairweather fan, and you just proved it.
Yeah, I am.
With your comments about the Braves, man.
They're done.
A Fairweather
They're
fan.
Hey, look, you got to win. I mean, you got to be over 500 by the time we get 2/3 of the way through the season, and they're not. So, I'm stunned at how bad they've been. They lose leads. They get destroyed by some teams. 5 losses in a row.
It's baseball. You can't be a fair weather fan in baseball.
No, I am. Hey, look.
Okay, well,
I'm ready for football season. Let's start right now. Let's get it going.
I got you. Your comments remind me of John and his comments about the Gator baseball back in the day.
Please do not make that comparison.
Hey, if the shoe fits, you know. Hey, Jules, you were talking earlier about somebody asked the question who's going to call the game or something. You said Bob Uecker. I brought that book by to you, Catcher in the Rye, the other one that people haven't heard of. I really think you'll enjoy it. My recommendation, though, set it by the toilet somewhere like that, where you just pick it up and read it. It's not something that it's not a start to finish kind of book. It's a pick it up.
Yeah,
and
that's the way Ball 4 is. Same thing. Yeah.
You hear his voice. Well, Ball 4 is a little different. It does tell a story. It's not as much anecdotes, but and the other one I wanted to bring you, I could not find it. If anybody else has it there, if Jules has it, throw it to you. Same idea. It's called Sign Language. It's Jerry Seinfeld, SEIN language. And it's just a great way view for somebody like you that doesn't think they like to read. Maybe that'll help out. And both of them, you hear as you read it, you hear the guy's voice in the back. And of course, if you're interested in baseball, it's a no-brainer. But I just wanted to throw that out there. And if anybody else has a comment about Catcher, anybody has a comment about Catcher in the Rye, spelled WRY, by Bob Uecker or Sign Language, I'd love to get your comments. Go Gators, be safe, guys.
All right, Porter.
I love Jerry Seinfeld. I mean, he's one of my favorite. Maybe he's on my Mount Rushmore of comedians. That's hard to get on that list. I can tell you that. But so I mean, I saw him when he was just starting out in Jacksonville, and then I saw him in Gainesville again. So
crazy talk. Let's get David to talk. Hey, David, what's up?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. I hear you bemoaning the poor fortunes of the Braves, but help is on the way. You guys just traded for my team's worst pitcher, Fetty.
Oh, very true.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like I was supposed to get excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking to myself, why would any team trade for this guy? I mean, he's been lit up every Cardinals game he pitched. And the second inning, we're behind 3-0 already. I mean, it was crazy.
Maybe they thought he fit in really well with their pitching staff.
Well, the funny thing about it, the two guys we traded Tommy Edman away for are now gone. Tommy Pham and that Fetty. But look, I hope he keeps his ERA under 10 for you.
Well, hey, he might lead the league in lowest ERA if he's under 10.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, you guys started the show with you called Jeff Gary Danielson, and Jeff said, I don't want to be Gary Danielson. I tell you what, back in the 90s when he used to call so many of the Gator games, I loved Gary Danielson. I mean, he's lost his fastball now, but he was very good he could almost tell you what Spurrier was going to do to attack a defense. He was very good at that. But
I've never had a problem with him. I think he's really good. I will say this. I think people get upset because if he says anything negative about their team,
yeah, they hate him.
They get mad.
And I think that's where
positive.
And I think that's more what I meant, because I do agree with you, David. I mean, I think that he does a good job, and he's certainly different than he was 20 years ago. But I don't want to be hated because every fan base hates the guy because he always is on there for the game of the week and then says something bad, and they're like, oh, this guy hates my team, blah, blah, blah.
Now all those Big Ten fans are going to hate him.
Yeah.
Because he's honest. I mean,
Very true.
He tells it like he sees it, and I appreciate it. And I don't have a vote, Jeff, but I'm voting for you in spirit for that Sports Hall of Fame, Sports Writers Hall of Fame.
Sweet.
Hey, have a good day, guys.
All right. Yeah, thanks, David. Good stuff. Appreciate you.
You know, I'm guessing I'm going to be on the committee to decide that. So
I think you'll be.
You may have to schmooze me a little bit.
I'll schmooze you. All right. See if you. This is fascinating because I wanted to see if they were going to pitch.
Try to think of the word.
If they were going to bring up Waldrop to throw today or tomorrow, so I was looking at the pitching matchups,
yes.
And I don't think that you would. All right, if I gave you 10 real quick before we take this last break, if I gave you 10 pitchers that are pitching tonight in Major League Baseball, how many could you tell me what team?
Give me the pitchers.
Out of 10,
I would go with 2.
2. All right. And this is not to try to make fun of you. This is trying to just
the way you do
like make sense of how there's a lot of people that people may never even heard of these guys.
I get it. Yeah.
All right, Davis Martin.
No clue.
Chicago White Sox.
Okay.
Edward Cabrera.
Pittsburgh.
Miami Marlins. I'll try to give you a couple you should know. Well, you won't know this one either. Slade Ciccone.
Come on, Jeff. Let's just stop this charade. I don't know any of
crazy?
these guys. I don't know anybody.
How about Zach Eflin?
I know the name.
Yeah.
I think he pitches for the. God, I have no clue.
All right, and this one will tell.
Tell me
that this is no
idiot.
No, this is not. You're not a baseball idiot. This is just a crazy thing.
Who does Zach Eflin pitch for? It's driving me crazy.
The Orioles.
Yes.
He used to pitch for the Phillies for a long time, so that's probably how you knew him. All right, Cam Schlittler.
I wouldn't go. He pitches for Milwaukee because it'd be a perfect name for a guy named Schlittler.
But he is starting tonight for the New York Yankees. So isn't that crazy that a guy you've never heard of is starting for the New York Yankees?
But I mean, every game that they played almost this year, the guy who's pitching for him, I've never heard of.
All right, I got one last one. Okay. You probably won't get either.
I've gone 0 for right now.
Brad Lord.
Brad Lord. Oh God, he's so good for the Phillies. Good pitcher.
You got the division right.
Not the Braves. So it'd be the Nationals?
Very good. And do you know the crazy thing about Brad Lord is
his name is Lord.
That a guy that you were just with not even 5 days ago was this guy's coach. Who am I thinking? Who were you with 5 days ago?
Johnny Wiggs.
Johnny Wiggs.
Yeah.
Brad Lord pitched for Santa Fe College.
Oh.
And he is starting in Major League Baseball. He's
blanking.
actually having a really good year.
Totally.
So I wanted to give Johnny Wiggs some love there for Brad Lord.
We had a great time with them out there on
Thursday
yeah,
at Spurrier's
with him and his wife. His wife's the best.
Yeah, Wendy's awesome,
Wendy's
and we did actually get a Facebook comment asking how Thursday was at Spurrier's, and it was great.
It was. Like I said, it was the best 15 minutes we ever had on the show because Todd Golden was incredible.
Yeah, Golden was great, and then
we go right to Spurrier. I mean, we got national championships.
And all of the players were upstairs afterwards, went upstairs and said hi to a bunch of people. And, it was fun. Batesy was still up there and talking about the
I saw Todd at
the portrait.
When I was walking out because I thought we were done up there. But and I saw Todd and I said, you'll never understand how much it meant to me what you were able to do. You'll never understand that.
And then one last comment on our YouTube channel. Y'all were talking about Kyle Pitts earlier. If he doesn't get hurt in 2020, does he win the Heisman?
No.
I agree.
Who won the Heisman that year?
I don't know. But you're not going to give it to
a tight end.
Tight end.
Now, would he have gotten on my ballot? Yeah. I would, as a voter, I would have put him like second or third on my ballot if he had not gotten hurt and had kept doing the things he was doing. He was one of the best players in the country that year.
A guy that caught passes won the Heisman that year.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith.
I was trying to think of who won it that year. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, look, and they won the game that when they were going up against each other, and so that's how Mark Ingram won it. If Mark Ingram doesn't have that big game against Florida,
in the SEC championship game,
he doesn't in 90. So that would have been
09.
09, yeah. He doesn't win the Heisman.
Yeah.
It wasn't based on the season; it was based on that game.
Agreed. All right, we got to take one final break. We'll come back, and we've been teasing it all show long, so we need to tell you our surprise team in the SEC. And that's how we'll end the show here on a Monday edition of The Tailgate.
From the heart of campus and the College of Journalism and Communications on Stadium Road, ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF.
Greg Cassidy here for the team at Campus USA Credit Union. You know how important they are to me and my family, but they've been around 90 years now, so they've been important to a lot of you too. The head ball coach, Steve Spurrier, is in studio with me today. Coach, you got your Heisman way back in 1966, and you learned a lot over the years how important both leadership and teamwork are if you want to accomplish your goals.
Oh, definitely. Almost any head coach that is successful, he's got to have a good staff. He's got to have people to help him, and he's got to have players, too, obviously in sports, that can contribute to the success of the team. So team is very important, just like it is at Campus USA, and I'm proud to be part of that group.
And you can too. Become a Campus USA Credit Union member today. Find their ATMs at Publix or stop by one of their 20 area locations. You can also learn more at campuscu.com. That's campuscu.com. Campus USA Credit Union, member NCUA.
You spoke, we listened. You wanted the easiest car buying experience ever. At Gatorland Toyota, we give you the easiest car buying experience ever. With Express Shopping, you can shop and buy your vehicle entirely from home. We'll even deliver your car to you. Want a customized Toyota? With our pre-order program, you can get the exact Toyota you want. And if you have a vehicle you'd like to trade or sell, we'll buy it whether you buy from us or not. Come experience how Gatto's got it at Gatorland Toyota today. Visit GatorlandToyota.com for the easiest car buying experience ever.
Hi, this is Dr. Art Mowry of Exceptional Dentistry. Listen to what our clients have to say about their experience at Exceptional Dentistry.
I'm a courier for Campus Credit Union, so I listen to the radio while I'm driving, and I had some missing teeth, and I kept putting it off, and then I kept hearing those commercials and hearing the people talk about how great everyone was here. So I made the move and called, and everything they said is true. There's one lady that talks about how wonderful everybody was, and she got implants and how easy they are to clean and take in and out. And there's one guy that says he's 70-something years old and he can eat anything he wants. And just good, positive stuff.
This is Dr. Kim Mowry, and if you think you have dental problems that are too big to overcome, we're here for you. Please visit us at exceptionaldentistry.com. That's exceptionaldentistry.com.
Hi, I'm the one they call James Bates, but my real name is Batesy. When I was your age, we never worried about being lit or glowing up or steez or anything like that. Only thing we ever cared about was being freaking radical. I mean, high-key rad AF. And TBH, that's what I look for when I need t-shirts, pens, cups, and koozies, and the like. I go to radwaredesigns.com. If you're not using Radware Designs for your t-shirts, pens, cups, and koozies, then your stuff is probably sus, like basic, and that's no cap. All lowercase. RadwareDesigns.com.
Celebrate your love this summer at International Diamond Center and get a free romantic getaway on us. It's the Summer of Romance event, now for a limited time at IDC. Make any jewelry purchase over $3,500 and pack your bags for a free trip. It's a great time to get that engagement ring and let IDC buy your honeymoon. Here's how it works. If you spend $3,500, IDC will give you a 3-day, 2-night hotel getaway with a $100 Visa card for spending. Choose from a dozen romantic cities. Or spend $5,000 on her jewelry and IDC will give you a 3- or 4-night luxury cruise for 2. Spend $10,000 and you'll get a 5-day, 4-night stay at an upscale tropical all-inclusive resort. Choose from 4 countries. Listen, if you're getting engaged, celebrating an anniversary, or just want to get away for some romance, IDC has it covered. You buy the ring, we'll give the getaway. Hurry, this is a limited time offer. Details and restrictions at shopidc.com. International Diamond Center at Celebration Point.
Spring is here. It's time to let the pros at Electronics World help you move your entertaining outside. Hi, this is Tom Collette. At Electronics World, we can help you turn your backyard or pool deck into an entertainment oasis with outdoor TVs from Samsung and Sunbright, plus outdoor sound from Martin Logan, Kef, JBL, Sonance, and more. Come visit our 5,000 square foot showroom and design center in Gainesville and let us put together a custom designed, professionally installed system online at electronicsworld.net.
Want to bet on sports but no clue where to start? Millions of players are already making moves on Hard Rock Bet. Your friends might be winning. Why not you? Bet with confidence. Bets by real players help guide your picks. Go with the crowd and cash in on the wins. Any pick that catches your eye. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. New players bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Want more Gator coverage? You can get the latest stories, podcasts, interviews, and shows by logging on to WRUF.com. We are ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF. And now, more of the Tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and Pat Dooley. Here on ESPN 98.1 FM, 850 AM, WRUF. And online at WRUF.com.
All right, we have got about 2 minutes left on the show, but it's been a fun show. Jeff and I coming back on a Monday, and we all know that we are going to enjoy the rest of this week. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll get some good guests on as well. No show on Friday, correct, Jeff?
Correct.
Okay, we're not going to do a show on Friday, and then next week we'll be totally off. So get your calls in Tuesday, Wednesday,
The calm before the storm, then it gets going.
then-
All right, you got 1 minute to give me your surprise team.
Okay, my surprise team this year is going to be Auburn, and here's why.
Really?
I think they found their quarterback in Jackson Arnold. I think they're going to be better at that position, which is what their biggest problem was last year. How many games they have last year that came down to the last 2 or 3
A lot.
plays?
And they had a coach that didn't know what the hell he was doing, so they blew games.
I know, but I just
that
think
coach is still there, you know.
He is. He's kind of a doofus, but I think they'll be – now, when I say surprise team, I think they'll be a team that is in the mix for a playoff berth going into the last game of the year. And that would be a surprise team to me.
Okay. Mine is Oklahoma.
Oh.
Because we know what they did at quarterback, bringing in
Matt
Mateer.
Hayes picked him to win the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy cow. But then, they also brought in a Cal running back who was like a stud a few years ago.
Very good.
Well,
Yeah.
Odd, I think his name is.
Yeah. He's a good player.
So you've got now all this talent offensively, similar to what we hope the Gators are going to do, and now you just got to go out there and prove it. And I think for Venables, it's a huge year. He's got to be out and do something.
I could make a Hugh Freeze Venables argument with you too. So let's not get into that argument because I don't think either one of them's that great a coach.
Yeah, I agree.
So we'll see how well
it plays out.
They're able to do.
All right, appreciate everybody for tuning in or watching us on the YouTube channel. Again, that's ESPN Gainesville, home of the Gators. Lots of comments, and we'll get to those each and every day. Maya, thank you.
All right, we will be back tomorrow. Until then, I am Pat Dooley for Maya. For Jeff, we are deep, way back, and we are out of here.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio.
This is SportsCenter.